proceed to prosecute a breach without first warning the offender. With this amendment, persons can be prosecuted for breaches without a formal warning being given, Madam Speaker, and I think this is critically important in this amendment. I now move to Clause 52, which is to amend and to include a structure of offences and penalties, including fixed penalties in relation to the order made under the Act. This clause, specified through the 5th schedule, that produced to be applied when a constable deems that an offence has been committed. This includes serving of a formal notice, which essentially a ticket that specifies the details surrounding the offence. The notice also offers a chance of paying a fixed penalty for the offence within a specified period of time, failing which the notice becomes a summons to the court, a summons to appear in court to answer the charges. Importantly, also, those provisions reflect fairness, as a maximum of 30 days must pass between the date of the notice is issued and the date that the fixed penalty is to be paid. Additionally, Madam Speaker, anyone who has to face the courts for failing to pay the penalties will not be liable for conviction for the alleged offence if the fixed penalty is paid before the final judgment of the case is delivered. In the very instance, Madam Speaker, the fines are to be paid at any collectorate through the website of Tax Administration Jamaica. The form of the notice is also displayed in the schedule. Clause 52 also contains the 6th schedule, which addresses the list of fixed penalties for breaches. This list has 10 levels or tiers of fixed penalties, which range from $3,000 for the first level offense to $500,000 for the 10th level. There are 40 offenses specified that attract these fixed penalties. Madam Speaker, I want quickly just to give the House and the country a clear insight into the structure of these penalties. For example, if you fail to wear a mask in public, do not maintain this 6-foot social distancing rule, or breach the protocols governing public transportation, you have committed an offense. And if the police serve you a notice, the fixed penalty, Madam Speaker, is $5,000. If you fail to stay inside your place of residence during a curfew, the fixed penalty, Madam Speaker, is $10,000. If a gym is operated outside the time specified, or small outdoor events are held in breach of the order, the fixed penalty is $20,000. Madam Speaker, persons who normally reside in Jamaica and on returning to the island from overseas fail or refuse to remain in quarantine or to obey the other directives or order is liable for a fine of $25,000 if a person who does not normally reside in Jamaica or who is a tourist refuses to stay inside the resilient corridor as required. The penalty is $30,000. Any person who has COVID-19 and refuses to stay in quarantine is subjected to a fine of $50,000, and the same amount apply to any employer who does not comply with the specified workplace requirements. Madam Speaker, for offense of conducting funerals, burials, weddings, or any other worship service in contravention of the order in force, the fixed penalty, Madam Speaker, is $100,000. This penalty also applies where bars operated outside of the time specified does not have the necessary license under the spirit license. Anyone who operates a hotel, a resort cottage that is not licensed under the Tourist Board Act, certified by the Tourism Product Development Committee, or located within the resilient corridor is subjected to a fixed penalty of $500,000. This fine is also applies to any hotel, resort that breaches COVID-19 protocols, and to any nightclub, amusement park, water attraction that is operated when it is ordered closed. Any company in the business processing outsourcing sector that is not certified by the Director General of ODPEM or which breaches the COVID-19 operational protocol is also subjected to this fine. With respect to the matter of these fixed penalties or fines, I wish to make one thing clear. These penalties do not replace the sanctions for offenses that are already in the Principal Disaster Risk Management Act. Anyone who commits an offense, who is brought to the court, convicted before a resident magistrate, a parish court, is still liable to the maximum fine of $1 million or to imprisonment not exceeding 1 year. Clause 52A